Good evening, one and all. Let us discuss a new chapter, our country, India. You know, India is a country where you can see different cultures, traditions, ethnicity, languages, and many more. So, simply we can say, yes, food. India is a country with unity in diversity. So, you can find a lot of diverse features. Either it may be the language, or it may be the tradition, or it may be the ethnicity, or it may be the food habits, dressing sense, many more, right? So now, in the same way, before discuss about the cultural diversity or language diversity or like any other diverse features, let us discuss something about India, which is very basic and which is related to the geography and at the same time political administration, right? Now, look at the board. Can you identify what I am drawing on the board? Yes. Yes. Now let me draw. Yes. Look at the board. Now let us discuss the basic features of India. So whenever somebody asks you about the location of India, what do you say? Where exactly India is located? In Asia. Or what do we say? Where India is located? It is located in the northern hemisphere. What is northern hemisphere? What is northern hemisphere? Because you see, there is a line which is located towards the south of India that is known as the equator. What is that, sir? Equator. And after that, from the equator, if you come towards the north, there is a line which is passing almost from the center of our country. What is that line? Tropic of Cancer. What is the line, sir? Tropic of Cancer. So here, this particular area, like the line which is dividing the earth into two equal halves, is equator. So from the equator, whatever the half is located towards the northern side, we call it as a northern hemisphere. So that is how we say India is located in the northern hemisphere. And if you look at the continent, we are located in the Asian continent. Am I very clear with that? Yes. Now let us see the latitudes in between where India is located. And if you see the southernmost latitude, 8 degrees 4 minutes. India is located in between 8 degrees 4 minutes north latitude to 37 degrees 6 minutes north latitudes. Because these located at northern direction from the equator. From the equator. It is not south towards India. Of course, it is maybe in the southern direction. But these latitudes we are measuring from the equator. So that is why we mention the latitudes as northern latitudes and the longitudes as eastern longitudes. Why do we say eastern longitudes? Because we are located in the eastern direction. Which direction, sir? Eastern direction from the 0 degrees longitude. 0 degrees longitude. That is what we call as a prime meridian. Prime meridian. So from the prime meridian, India is located in the eastern side. So whatever the longitudes we are measuring here, we call them as eastern longitudes. Let us discuss something here. Let us look at the location of India. In between which longitudes India is located? Any idea? Here, 68 degrees 7 minutes east longitudes to 97 degrees 25 minutes east longitudes. So when it comes to the longitudes, we are saying that it is east. And when it comes to the latitudes, we say that they are north. just because of the direction from the equator and from the prime meridian. From the equator and from the prime meridian. And there are few other important latitudes and longitudes which we have. And look at them. As I said, Tropic of Cancer is always like almost passing from the eight Indian states. From the eight Indian states. And not only that, there is another important longitude which is passing from our country. We have taken this as IST, Indian Standard Time, that is 82.5 degrees east longitude. 82.5 degrees east longitude. So we have taken this 82.5 degrees east longitude as the Indian Standard Time, right? So based on this longitude, whatever the time in India is being followed. Yes, of course, there is a difference of time. Because if you see, there is a time difference between Arunachal Pradesh and Gujarat. Almost there is a difference of 2 hours. Difference of 2 hours. But in reality, we don't see that. Even in Arunachal Pradesh and even in the Gujarat, we follow the same timing just because of following the 82.5 degrees east longitude. 82.5 degrees east longitudes, right? And do you know one thing? Our country is occupying more than 3.28 million square kilometers of land area. How many kilometers? Yes, the whole India is occupying 3.28 million square kilometers. And if you look at the total world geographical area, we are almost occupying 2.4% of the total geographical area of the world. 2.4% of the total geographical area of the world. Yes. Now, here let us see, we have few group of islands. We have few group of islands. Andaman and Nicobar Islands, which are located in the Bay of Bengal, and Lakshadweep Islands, which are located in the Arabian Sea. Yes, Maldives are not the part of India. Maldives are not the part of India, right? So now you should have a basic idea, right? Here, look at the board of India. India is roughly located in between 8 degrees 4 minutes north latitude to 37 degrees 6 minutes north latitudes. And if you look at the longitude, 68 degrees 7 minutes east longitude to 97 degrees 25 minutes east longitudes, right? And if you look at the board, you can see a longitude which is passing from our country, that is Indian Standard Time, and which is in the range of 82.5 degrees, right? Now, these are the major latitudes and longitudes. Do you know what is the northernmost tip of India? What is the northernmost tip of India? Any idea? Any guess? It is Indira Call. Indira Call. Indira Call is the northernmost tip of India. And the southernmost tip of India is, if you look at the mainland, it is Kanyakumari. What is that, sir? It is Kanyakumari. And if you include the islands also, it is Indira Point. Yes. Indira Call is the northernmost tip of the country. Indira Point is the southernmost tip of the country. Are you getting my point? The northernmost tip of the country is Indira Call and southernmost tip of the country is Indira Point. And if you look at the mainland, it is Kanyakumari, right? And then what is the easternmost tip of our country? It is Kibitu. It is Kibitu, which is located in the Arunachal Pradesh, which is located in Arunachal Pradesh, right? And the westernmost part of the country is Guwahati. Guwahati, which is located in the Gujarat, which is located in the Gujarat. So these are the northernmost, southernmost, easternmost, and westernmost tips. These are not given in the textbook. You can make a note of it, right? Right? Yes. So the northernmost tip of the country is Indira Col, and the southernmost tip of the country is Indira Point, and southernmost tip of India's mainland is Kanyakumari, and the easternmost tip of the country is Kibitu, which is located in the Arunachal Pradesh, and the westernmost tip of the country is Gormoti, which is located in the Gujarat. Am I very clear with this? Yes. Now we have 28 states and 8 union territories. How many states, sir? 28 states and 8 union territories. These are political and administrative divisions of our country. Right? Now let us look at the physiographic divisions of our country. Do you have any idea about physiographic divisions? What are physiographic divisions? Can you guess? Any guesses? Any guesses? Physiographic divisions? Yes, whatever we discuss in the geography, we have to follow the maps. So that is why I'm using maps here, right? And if you look at the physiographic divisions here, the first one is Himalayas. Himalayas are the mountain ranges which are located from Jammu and Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh. Jammu and Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh. So the Himalayas are the first and most important physiographic divisions. They are located from Jammu and Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh. You know, they are covering almost 2,400 kilometers from Jammu Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh. How many kilometers, sir? 2,400 kilometers. And if you look at these mountain ranges, they are more wider in the western part and they are less wider in the eastern part. They are extending in India, even though in northern direction, from west to extension, west to east extension, you can see here, right? West to east. And these Himalayas are divided into three major ranges. Three major ranges. They are Greater Himalayas, and the second one is Lesser Himalayas, and the third one is Outer Himalayas. So there are three parallel ranges. Based on the height, these mountain ranges have been divided. So these Himalayas are located in the northern part of the country and they are extending in the west to east direction. They are more wider in the western part and they are less wider in the eastern part. Right? These Himalayas have been divided into three major divisions. They are Greater Himalayas, Lesser Himalayas, and Outer Himalayas. Highest peaks are located in the Greater Himalayas like Mount Everest, Kanchenjunga, Nanga Parbat, Nanda Devi, etc. Yes. Now, let us look at the second physiographic division. Let us look at the second physiographic division, that is Indo-Gangetic Plains. So these are the plains which are originated or which are formed because of the Himalayan rivers. We know because of the height of the Himalayan mountain ranges, there are like glaciers and there is an origin of rivers. Yes, you can find three major rivers in the northern plains. They are River Indus, River Ganga, River Brahmaputra. River Indus and its tributaries like Jhelum, Chenab, Beas, Ravi, Sutlej, Kabul, they are forming the western part of the Indo-Gangetic plains. So they are making this entire land as a plain region, and they are also dumping the alluvial products which are carried from the mountain ranges, and they are dumping in these particular regions. So due to that, these regions are very fertile, right? And now this river Indus is also known as Sindhu. River Indus is also known as Sindhu. These river Jhelum, Chenab, Beas, Ravi, Satluj, they are the tributaries of river Indus. And along with that, there are many other tributaries like Kabul, and many small tributaries are there. What do you mean by a tributary? Any idea? A water body, which will carry the water, and at the same time which will join into the mainstream, is considered as a tributary. So these all are the tributaries of river Indus. And after river Indus, most important river and the holy river of India is river Ganga or Ganges, right? So this is one among the major rivers of India, and which is forming the main plain region, the central part of the Indo-Gangetic plains. There are few tributaries for river Ganga like Yamuna, Chembal, Betwa, Kane, Son, Damodar, and many other tributaries are forming the plains in the central part of our country. Am I very clear with this? Right. And the third and most important river of Indo-Gangetic plains is Brahmaputra. Brahmaputra. So most of the river bank area of this river Brahmaputra is located in the mountain regions, right? So very few fertile regions can be found in the India, and there are many regions which are fertile in the Bangladesh region. And it has few tributaries like Lohit, Dihang, Dibang, etc. They are forming the plain regions in the eastern part of the Indo-Gangetic plains. Now, look at the board. Here, the second most important physiographic division of India is Indo-Gangetic plains, which is located in the northern part of the country and which was emerged because of the Himalayas and because of the glaciers and because of the melting of these glaciers. These rivers are originated here, and these rivers are forming the plains in the northern part of the country, right? And there are few other rivers also in peninsular India. When we discuss about peninsular plateau, we will discuss about them. And the third most important physiographic division of our country is Thar Desert. This is the third and most important physiographic division, which is located in the Rajasthan. Most of the Thar Desert is covered by sand, and the rainfall in this particular region is less than 200 millimeters per year. And there are few rivers like Luni, Bani, right? And in very few areas you can find the oasis, and remaining entire areas are dry, and it had hot climatic conditions, right? Now, from these regions, if you come towards south, you can find the fourth most important physiographic division, that is Deccan Plateau. Deccan Plateau. Deccan Plateau. Now, this Deccan Plateau had few natural borders. In the northern side, you can find Vindhya Satpura ranges. Vindhya and Satpura ranges. And in the western part, you can find Western Ghats. You can find Western Ghats. And in the east side, you can also find Eastern Ghats. Eastern Ghats. These are the natural borders to the Deccan Plateau, right? We have few major river systems in the Deccan Plateau. They are river Narmada, river Tapi, which are considered as the west flowing rivers. And along with that, river Mahanadi, river Godavari, river Krishna, river Kaveri. Yes, of course, Musi is a tributary of Which river? We have many rivers here, right? Yes, Krishna. Right? So like that we have some major rivers and their tributaries. And here another most important physiographic division is coastal plains. Coastal plains. So the fourth division is Deccan Plateau and the fifth most important division is coastal plains. In the west side we have west coastal plains and in the east side we have east coastal plains. And if you look at the location, east coastal plains are located in between Eastern Ghats and Bay of Bengal. And if you look at the west coastal plains, they are located in between Western Ghats and Arabian Sea. These west coastal plains are less wider and less fertile when you compare with the east coastal plains. East coastal plains are more wider and more fertile. Whatever the rivers which are originated in the Western Ghats, most of them drains into the Bay of Bengal. And because of that, here, whatever the alluvial products are there, they will be carried and they will be dumped in this particular region. And so that these areas became and emerged as fertile regions. Clear? Right. This is the fifth and most important physiographic division of India. And you can see there are few other mountain ranges. Like you can find the Nilgiri Hills. They are in the connecting point of Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. And there is a subcategorization of Western Ghats. They are called with different names in the different states. Like, have you ever heard about Cardamom Hills? Cardamom Hills, where they are located? Yes, they are located in Kerala. Annamalai Hills, Palani Hills. So like that, these Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats are called with different names, like with local names in these particular areas. And the highest mountain peak in South India or in the Western Ghats, which is located at Annamalai Hills, that is known as Anaimodi. Yes. And the second highest peak in the southern part of the country are even in the Western Ghats, that is Dodabetta. Have you ever visited Ooty? Yes, if you have visited Ooty, you would go through this particular region. Dodabetta is one among the important tourist spots of Ooty, right? And you can also find Vindhya and Satpura ranges, which are located almost at the center point of the country. And in between them, you can find river Narmada, which is flowing from the Drift Valley, which was born at Amarkantak Plateau and draining in the. Yes, of course, we have many canals. We'll discuss after the session, right? So it is draining into the Arabian Sea. Like that, there is Tapi River, which is also draining into the Arabian Sea. We have many west flowing rivers and east flowing rivers. In the book, they gave only about river Narmada and Tapi. You can find Netravati, Sharavati, Pamba, Falguni, etc. They are also the west flowing rivers. They are also the west flowing rivers. Now, let us discuss about the sixth most important physiographic division of our country. Sixth most important physiographic division of our country is islands. Do you know how many group of islands we have? What is an archipelago? What is an archipelago? What is an archipelago? Yes, a group of islands. A group of islands. Archipelago is a group of islands like Andaman and Nicobar Islands and Lakshadweep Islands, right? Where Andaman Nicobar Islands are located, sir? They are located in the where the water body? Bay of Bengal. And they are extending up to the Indian Ocean also, right? And if you look at the Arabian Sea, you can find a group of islands. What is that, sir? Lakshadweep. So they are of coral origin. They are of a coral origin. And have you ever heard about a new island formation that is recently in the news? A bean-shaped island which is going to emerge. A bean-shaped island which is going to emerge near to the Kochi region. That is in the news. Yes, you may get a doubt. How does this happens? What is the procedure? Yes, there is a procedure known as plate tectonics. We know that these plates are always moving. We assume that these continents has the plates. That is a different issue. But I just wanted to give you an example so that I gave this example. Am I very clear with this? Yes. So this is almost today's topic. Now let us quickly revise about the topic what we had discussed in the today's session. Right? We discussed about latitudes and the longitudes. Exactly, we can say that that is location of India. Location of India. Where India is located? India is located in the northern hemisphere, right? And Tropic of Cancer is a latitude which is passing from the center of the country, right? And after that, there are few latitudes along with the Tropic of Cancer, that is 8 degrees 4 minutes latitude and 37 degrees 6 minute latitude. In between them, India is located. In between them, India is located. And we also discussed about few major longitudes where 68 degrees 7 minutes longitude, that is the westernmost longitude of our country, and 97 degrees 25 minutes longitude, that is the easternmost longitude. And we also discussed about another important longitude, that is 82 and a half degrees east longitude, which we have taken as Indian Standard Time, right? And we also discussed about the northernmost, southernmost, easternmost, and westernmost tip. The northernmost tip of the country, which is located in Jammu Kashmir, right? What is it? It is Indira Call near to the Aksai sorry, near to the Siachen. Yes, the southernmost tip of the country is Kanyakumari, that is of mainland. And the southernmost tip of entire country is Indira Point, which is located at Andaman and Nicobar Islands. And easternmost of the country, tip of the country is Kibitu, which is located at Arunachal Pradesh. And the westernmost tip of the country is Gaurmoti, which is located at Gujarat. Yes. And after that, we had discussed about the physiographic divisions. India is roughly divided into six major physiographic divisions. They are, the first one is Himalayas, which is located in the northernmost part of the country. And these Himalayas are extending from Jammu Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh, right? With a distance of almost 2,400 kilometers. And they have been divided into three parallel ranges. What are those three parallel ranges? Greater Himalayas, Lesser Himalayas, and Outer Himalayas. And after that, because of the height of the Himalayan mountain ranges, you can find the snow-covered regions, right? So because of the snow, because of the increasing temperature, whatever the snow and glaciers, they are melting. Because of the melting of these glaciers, rivers are originated, right? Those rivers like River Indus, Ganga, Brahmaputra, and their tributaries, they are forming the plains here. River Indus and its tributaries like Jhelum, Chenab, Beas, Ravi, and Satluj, they are forming the western part of the Indo-Gangetic plains, right? And the central part of the Indo-Gangetic plains, that is River Ganga and its tributaries, River Ganga and its tributaries like Yamuna, Chambal, Betwa, Kane, Son. And after that, the easternmost part of the Indo-Gangetic plains is because of the river Brahmaputra and its tributaries like Dihang, Dibang, Lohit. Yes, yes. And the third most important physiographic division of the country is Deccan Plateau. Do you know this Deccan Plateau also divided into different categories? What are those? Have you ever heard about it? Have you ever heard about it? Have you ever heard about it? This plateau, or this peninsular plateau has been divided into three parts. The major divisions are Central Highlands and the second one is Deccan Plateau. Even in this, there is a division. Malwa Plateau by covering few regions of Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra and in the northern regions. Yes, and the second one is the Chota Nagpur Plateau. Chota Nagpur Plateau. And this southernmost one is a Deccan Plateau. You know one thing, Chota Nagpur Plateau is rich in mineral resources. Rich in mineral resources. That is why it is often compared with the Ruhr of West Germany. What is Ruhr of West Germany? Why we have to compare with the Ruhr region of West Germany? Any idea? Yes, Ruhr region is rich in mineral industries and mineral resources. So in the same way, Chotanagpur Plateau of India also rich in mineral resources and we have a number of industries there. So that is why we often compare Chotanagpur Plateau with the Ruhr region of West Germany, right? And we have Deccan Plateau. And these Deccan Plateau have natural divisions, natural borders. What are those natural borders? Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats and Vindhya and Satpura ranges. The Western Ghats are the western borders, Eastern Ghats are the eastern borders, and Nilgiris and Annamalai hills are acting as the southern border, where they are located. They are located in the junction point of these eastern and western Ghats, and in the northern part you can find Vindhya and Satpura ranges. Clear? And after that we had discussion about coastal plains. These coastal plains are two types, east coastal plains and west coastal plains. Based on the direction, we have this division. And you know, these coastal plains are also called with different names in different states. Do you have any idea about this? Shall we discuss? Yes. So, have you ever heard about Konkani language? Konkani language. Coast of Maharashtra and Goa is known as Konkan coast. And few people in that region, they speak Konkani language. So Konkan is the coast which is located in the Maharashtra and Goa. And the coast of Karnataka is known as a Canara coast or Kannada coast. Have you ever heard about Canara Bank? Canara, that is actually the coast of Karnataka. Actually the coast of Karnataka. So it is also known as Canara coast or Kannad coast. And have you ever heard about Malabar golden diamonds? Yes, what is Malabar? The coast of, actually Malabar is the coast of Kerala. Coast of Kerala is known as a Malabar. What is that, sir? Malabar. So coast of Kerala is known as a Malabar coast. And now, coast of Tamil Nadu. Have you ever heard about Coromandel cements? Yes, Coromandel is the coast of Tamil Nadu. Coromandel is the coast of Tamil Nadu. Yes. What is Andhra coast? Any guess? It is known as Northern Sarkar coast or it is Sarkar coast. Northern Sarkar coast or a Sarkar coast. And few regions are also considered as Konasima. But the authentic name is Sarkar coast, right? And have you ever heard about Odisha coast? What is the coastal name of Odisha? Right? Dravida Utkal Banga. What is Utkal? Yes. Coast of Odisha is known as a Utkal coast. Just now I said Banga. Coast of West Bengal is known as a Banga coast. Coast of West Bengal is known as a Banga coast, right? And the coast of Gujarat. What is this? It is Gujarat coast and Kutch coast in the Kutch region. Do you know one thing? From the Gujarat to West Bengal, how many kilometers coastal line we have here? It is almost 6,100 kilometers only of mainland. If you include the islands also, it is around 7,516.6 kilometers. 7,516.6 kilometers. What is that? That is the coastal line. That is the coastal line of India. And if you look at the land border totally, we have around 15,200 kilometers boundary, land boundary. 15,200 kilometers land boundary. Total length is 15,200 kilometers. And if you see the mainland's coastal line is around 6,100 kilometers. And if you look at the total length of the coastal line, including the islands, it is around 7,516 kilometers. Are you getting my point? Yes. Do you know with which countries we are sharing the boundary? Any guesses? Yes, we are sharing the land boundary with Pakistan. Yes, Bangladesh, Nepal, China. Yes, Afghanistan was there. But because of the Pak occupied Kashmir region, whatever this 107 kilometers length is in the conflicted zone, that is in the Pak occupied Kashmir. And after that, do we have the border with Myanmar or not? Yes, we do have the border with the Myanmar. With Sri Lanka, we are sharing the maritime border. Yes, Pak Strait is dividing the India and Sri Lanka. Did you miss Bhutan or not in this? Yes, Jammu and Kashmir is also a part of India. That is actually the small part which was occupied by the China during 1960s in the Indo-China War. That is Aksai Chin. Aksai Chin is the region of Kashmir which was occupied by the China, and POK, Pak occupied Kashmir. That is the region which was controlled by the Pakistan. But still, we claim that that is the land or that is the territory of our country. Of our country. Right. So this is today's session. If you have any doubts, you can text me. Yeah, today's assignment is you have to draw the India map. If possible, draw. Don't trace it. Yes, you have to draw the India map and you have to locate the physiographic divisions of India. Right. And the second one is you have to make a rough notes on these particular topics. Try to write rough note on this, like make few points. Thank you.